I'm really happy that Bosco finally came to Cairo, and I hope it's not the last time. So,
yes, hopefully. Hopefully the event goes well for everyone. So, Mr. Sharif, the first question I would like to ask you, can you walk us through Egyptian citizenship by investment programs, like its background, its evolution, the key eligibility conditions today?
Sure. Thank you for inviting us to speak here. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for hearing us. First of all, it started, I would say, Egypt has adopted a new law 5 years ago, approximately, authorizing the Prime Minister to approve Egyptian citizenship for foreign nationals who are seeking Egyptian nationality through 4 investment programs. It's citizenship by investment. Those 4 programs are, one is if you buy a real estate for $300,000 from any developer in Egypt. Any developer are allowed to, he can sell, providing that he has a licensed building. The second program is to establish a company or to increase the capital of an existing company with $350,000 plus $100,000 as a direct revenue to the state treasury fund. The third program is to deposit $500,000 at the Central Bank of Egypt with no interest, to be refunded after 3 years in Egyptian pound. Finally, the fourth alternative to get the Egyptian citizenship is to deposit $250,000 as direct revenue to the state, as a treasury fund, and that's it. He gets the Egyptian citizenship. So this actually opens the door or opens the opportunity for investors living in Egypt or those who live abroad to secure and expand their investment in Egypt through a simple process. That's the main idea, or the main 4 programs allowing you to have the Egyptian citizenship.
Perfect. Thank you for a wonderful introduction. And the next question I have is for Mr. Honey. Why do you think that Egyptian program is underestimated, undervalued compared to other citizenship by investment programs?
well, it's not widely marketed, but there is a genuine demand for it from the people living already in Egypt. So we have almost 9 million foreigners living in Egypt.
Actually 10 now.
And those people are integrated in the country, and they are very interested in having the citizenship, and it's going to make their life easier, of course. Now, the reason it's undervalued, it's number one, it's not marketed to foreigners. There is not enough basically agents speaking about it. Also, the benefits of having the Egyptian citizenship is also something that no one is talking about, although a lot of countries that has troubles in wars, and now you can see how it's going in the war between Iran and the rest of the GCC. So I think now it's gaining momentum. Now people are looking at the country, and they are interested in it more now.
Thank you. Mr. Sharif, we've heard that some people have concerns in regards of the timelines and the procedure of getting the Egyptian citizenship by investment. How do you address usually those concerns?
Okay, actually, the programs, as I said, those 4 programs, it's simple to apply. either directly through our website, they can find all information required, or by coming to our office in Cairo here, or through one of the agencies like Prime, for example, who are contracted or authorized from us to accept applicants and provide the documentation, making the file, arranging the file. So the process starts by filling the application and paying $10,000 as administration fees. This is non-refundable, just to get the security checkup and the due diligence on the applicant. And usually it takes something, I would say, around, let's say, 1 year. It could be less, it could be 4 months. Some people got it in 2 months, the security approval or the pre-approval for them to start proceeding with their investment program they've chosen. The documentation required, the government make it simple and easy to get, like criminal record from his own country, travel certificate movement, birth certificates, normal documentation, which is quite easy. And it's not required for him to stay in Egypt, neither him or his family members. He doesn't have to speak Arabic. There is no time required for him to stay in Egypt, as I said. And after he gets the approval, he starts proceeding with the investment program. He gets the citizenship for himself and his children under the age of 21. His spouse will take it after 2 years according to the Egyptian law. But the whole family at the end will get it unless one of his children is more than 21 years old, then he's considered as separate applicant. I would say the process is really easy.
Yeah, I think no state requirement makes it very easy. Because,
usually it varies, of course. It depends on the applicant relations and traveling. So the due diligence checkup, the security check, we don't really interfere on it. But I would say the average is 1 year. Could be less.
Okay, that's pretty reasonable, I feel like. And Mr. Honey, from the investor perspective, how secure and well-structured are different pathways to get into citizenship?
Okay, so of course, my favorite is usually the property one. We have an organic demand in Egypt that represents more than 1 million units every year because of the number of marriages, because of the rate of birth. And those numbers represent a true demand for the properties in Egypt. The best year that Egypt produced properties was 200,000, and we need 1 million every year. So you can imagine the demand and the pressure on the real estate market, which means that the property prices is always going to be up.
True.
It never happened in Egypt that the property prices went down, and it's in the culture to buy properties. So I never heard in my life that someone made losses in his purchase in Egypt for specifically in real estate. Some others prefer the companies, even though there is an extra $100,000. However, because of the massive market, and Egypt is also the gate for Africa, and has a preferential treatment with trades with the EU and most recently with China. This makes Egypt an amazing market and allows a lot of investors to open companies or to invest in existing companies. So it's another perspective, which is also giving the citizenship with it. Of course, it gives more security to the investors. Some others like to play it safe, just deposit 500,000 in the bank and keep it for 3 years. And the good thing about the bank deposit is you get the money back, yes, in Egyptian pounds. However, it is in with the maturity exchange rate. So the dollars keep its value. So even if there is fluctuation in the currency, you still get the amount that you invested in the beginning. And this is usually we recommend to people who are going to spend this money in Egypt and going to live in Egypt. Some people also like Egypt so much. I was in discussion yesterday with Mr. Sharif about the number of applicants who preferred to do the donation. And most of them, I believe it was out of love and to the country, because they were living here for some time and they wanted to contribute to the country. So I think it differs from one applicant to the other. What they prefer, we sit with them, we know what they are looking for, and we recommend for them the suitable route.
Oh, interesting. The development part you mentioned, we recently went to New Cairo. This is my first time here. We were super impressed how many constructions are going on.
The new administrative capital, if you go there, it's something, yeah, it's amazing. The amount of development that happened just between 2018 until today, it's another country that is built during...
it seems like a new city completely.
Yeah.
And Mr. Sharif, so could you give us some data on the applicants who are usually applying, like nationalities, etc.?
Okay, mainly I would say around 95% from the applicants so far were from Arab nationalities, especially Syrian, Palestine, Lebanon, Yemen, Sudan, Lebanon. And we have around more than 36 nationalities already applied. We have people, of course, from Europe, German, Serbia, we have from Russia, China, India, everywhere actually. As I said, 76 nationalities. Again, mainly for those who used to live in Egypt before. Now it's their opportunity to have the Egyptian citizenship, because Egypt before, we never used to give the Egyptian citizenship. We are new in this, not like other countries that I see, but there are a lot of demands, and as I said, the process is easy. Applied now maybe around 1,000 applicants, where at least half of them already got the nationality, the rest are in progress of security checkup. And it's doing fine. It's still a baby, I would say, but it's growing up.
I feel like it's unfortunate to say, but in those times, such a programs save lives of people. So people looking for the safe harbor, and I'm sure the program would be developing further.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
That's exactly.
And Mr. Hani, so what is the relationship of Prime Properties and Egyptian Citizenship by Investment Unit, and how you help? How do you support applicants?
Well, our job is mainly to help the applicants to get the correct documents and to do the correct process and to make the unit life much more easier. So we get them ready files, and without going into trouble of going into the details of every applicant, how they are going to run around and get their document from their home countries. So we actually help with this. So we are basically the link between the applicant and the unit. So we help both of them. And this saves time to both of them, because the time that you will spend in getting the wrong document from the country of origin, for example, is going to be a big problem. You're going to have to do the whole thing. And we have multiple clients who started the process, and in the middle of it, they came to us to help them to finish it. They said we just can't be in the country all the time, and we don't know how to get this from some departments in America or in Canada or in Germany. And those clients are now getting approved because we helped them. The other part is choosing, as I was saying, which program and which route they should select. So this is also another important thing. Of course, our support to the unit in terms of marketing and putting the word out there, this is the main thing that we usually do. Of course, the unit is very helpful. They are very responsive. And by the way, it's one of the most responsive CI units I have worked with. I'm in this industry since 2011. I've worked with the Caribbean, I have worked with Europe, and the efficiency of the Egyptian unit is actually something that is impressive. And we really thank them, and we hope that we continue this relationship like that in the future. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yes,
It will continue.
Yeah, I feel like you also go to countries and you give investors an opportunity to talk to you in their homelands.
Yeah.
Representing Egypt, which is also amazing.
We are happy to host you anytime if you want to do this Bosco again. Of course, we're happy to host you again.
Let's hope for a good outcome.
Thank you very much.
I'd say the opportunity that for all the companies already existing here that to promote for the Egyptian citizenship, because maybe lots of people still doesn't know that Egypt is granting the Egyptian nationality. That's something apart from residency, of course. And for people who just want a nice place to live for them and their families and for their business, not just getting a passport, no, they're getting a real home. So you will find it in Egypt.
Perfect.